Ich habe eine Woche im wahrscheinlich verrücktesten Dorf Europas verbracht. Und zwar bin ich nach d'Arc gefahren, einem kleinen Ort in Südfrankreich, der bekannt dafür ist, ein Nudistendorf zu sein, wo, ich weiß nicht, 5, 10, 12.000 Menschen, 15, ich habe keine Ahnung, wie viele Leute da sind, aber alle kommen dorthin, um sich sexuell auszuleben. Viele davon laufen den ganzen Tag nackt rum, die anderen sind in Dessous. Und ich habe mir gesagt, ey, das muss ich mir unbedingt mal anschauen. Und habe ja so ein kleines bisschen darüber auf Social Media und in Instagram gesprochen und habe gefragt, ob das relevant wäre, mehr darüber zu teilen, ob ich ein Video darüber machen soll. 92 Leute haben gesagt, ey Philipp, voll geil, mach das. Wir wollen unbedingt wissen, was du da erlebt hast. Darum soll es in diesem Video gehen. Ich werde dir einen Einblick in eine Welt geben, die einfach absolut crazy ist und die mich auf der einen Seite sehr fasziniert hat, die mich auf der anderen Seite aber auch teilweise ein bisschen verstört hat. Und ich will dir darüber hinaus einen ganz, ganz persönlichen Einblick geben, den ich so bisher öffentlich kaum thematisiert habe, weil es bei Freedom Writer Academy unfassbar viel um finanzielle Freiheit geht und um die freie Lebensgestaltung so im Business-Sinn, im Bereich der Selbstverwirklichung beruflich. Aber das Projekt, das ich damit verfolge, ist viel größer. Es geht ja immer irgendwie um die Verwirklichung von so der idealen Version seines Selbst. Und dafür gehört zum Leben viel mehr als nur Geld, keine Frage. Dazu gehört der Körper, dazu gehören die Beziehungen, die man lebt, dazu gehört, dass man auch einfach wirklich allgemein das tut, was einen erfüllt und was einem so, intrinsisch seine Seele sagt, was das Richtige ist. Und ein Thema, das mich seit vielen, vielen Jahren beschäftigt, schon viel, viel länger als das Business-Thema, ist für mich das Thema Beziehungen. Und zwar habe ich mich immer auch ein Stück weit gefragt, wie ich mehr Freiheit in meinen Beziehungen leben kann. Und das, weil ich mich in monogamen, klassischen Beziehungen immer unglücklich gefühlt habe. Ich habe mich immer deplatziert gefühlt und hatte das Gefühl, dass das nicht richtig für mich ist. Ich mag das nicht und ich habe den Sinn dahinter nicht gesehen und habe mich auch eingesperrt gefühlt. Und dann habe ich ganz viel Therapie gemacht, Psychotherapie, Schattenarbeit gemacht, habe mit dem Team von Stefanie Stahl, der wirklich wahrscheinlich renommiertesten Expertin für Bindungsängste, zusammengearbeitet, weil ich mich erforschen wollte, habe ich Bindungsängste, laufe ich einfach vor irgendwas davon? Und auch da kam im Coaching raus so, nee, hast du nicht. So, du hast einfach Bock, du bist ein Freigeist, du hast Bock, dich zu entfalten, du liebst Menschen, du liebst es, neue Verbindungen einzugehen, du liebst es, andere Menschen zu erfahren und zu erforschen und das natürlich im Gespräch und intellektuell, aber eben teilweise auch körperlich. Und habe dann für mich eben begriffen, dass so diese klassisch monogame Welt eben nichts ist und bin von dort eigentlich auf die Reise gegangen und habe viele verrückte Sachen entdeckt und habe viele Konzepte entdeckt, die funktionieren und nicht funktionieren. Und allem voran habe ich festgestellt, es gibt, wenn man es runterbricht, von all diesen Sachen, die ich ausprobiert habe, gibt es eigentlich nur eine Beziehungsform, die wirklich funktioniert. Und alles andere funktioniert nicht. Alles andere ist ein fauler Kompromiss. Und in diesem Video soll es eben nicht nur um diese verrückte Swinger-Erfahrung gehen, die ich gemacht habe, sondern es soll auch um diese Erkenntnis darüber gehen, was die meiner Erfahrung nach einzige Beziehungsform ist, die wirklich funktional ist und die wirklich erfüllend ist. Und um den Spannungsbogen noch größer zu machen, soll es in diesem Video nicht nur um mich gehen, sondern ich war nicht allein in d'Arc, sondern ich war dort mit einer ganz lieben Freundin von mir und die habe ich auch als Interviewpartnerin hier in dieses Video eingeladen. Die wird also auch ein paar Einblicke dahingehend geben, wie das aus Sicht einer Frau ist und vor allem wahrscheinlich, wenn du jetzt an Swinger denkst du an so alte, korpulente Paare. Deswegen wahrscheinlich auch sehr interessant, wie ist es aus Sicht einer sehr attraktiven Frau, auf einer solchen Veranstaltung zu sein? Und dann klären wir natürlich auch die Frage, sind da überhaupt vor allem alte, korpulente Paare oder sind da ganz viele junge, attraktive Menschen? Darum wird es im zweiten Teil dieses Videos gehen. Im ersten Teil schauen wir uns einfach mal, so diese ganze Beziehungsjourney an, damit du auch so ein Stück weit weißt, warum ich eigentlich da gelandet bin, wo ich dann gelandet bin. Und die Antwort ist, nachdem ich aus dieser ganzen Angst rausgegangen bin von, okay, irgendwie ich bin in Monogamie unglücklich und ich will da irgendwie ausbrechen. Und ist irgendwas falsch bei mir? Muss ich mich irgendwie verändern? Muss ich einfach nur mehr an mir arbeiten? Als ich mich dort rauslösen konnte, habe ich mich dann gefragt, ja okay, was gibt's denn da eigentlich alles? Was gibt's denn neben einer klassischen Beziehung? Und dann habe ich festgestellt, es gibt nicht nur neben der monogamen Beziehung jetzt die offene Beziehung, das steht ja sogar mittlerweile in der Süddeutschen Zeitung so, dass da, oder in der Zeit wird ständig irgendwie gefühlt darüber geschrieben, dass Leute sagen, ja, ich habe jetzt eine offene Beziehung. Das ist auch so ein Trend irgendwie. Und gleichzeitig sind viele dieser offenen Beziehungen nach ein paar Wochen schon wieder zu Ende und zerbrechen. Und irgendwie scheint es da auch ganz viel Kritik und Uneinigkeit darüber zu geben, wie das jetzt so richtig gelebt wird. Deswegen erstmal so als Überblick, es gibt neben der monogamen Beziehung, gibt es einfach erstmal nur die nicht monogame Beziehung. Und neben der nicht monogamen Beziehung, in welcher Kategorisierung meiner Meinung nach auch die meisten monogamen Beziehungen sind, weil wir alle wissen, so monogam sind die häufig nicht. Ich meine, wenn wir uns anschauen, wie hoch die Scheidungsrate ist, wie hoch so der Zuwachs gerade bei OnlyFans ist, wie viele Bordelle, Prostitution es gibt in jeder deutschen Kleinstadt, dann merken wir recht schnell, okay, irgendwie, so ganz monogam ist es nicht. Und ja, dann kam bei mir die Frage so, okay, wenn es jetzt so ein recht großes Spektrum an Nicht-Monogamie gibt, wo genau möchte ich mich dann dort verorten? Weil ja, es gibt die klassische offene Beziehung. Also bedeutet, man hat so einen Partner und man kann aber auch andere Partner haben. Jetzt ist aber die Frage, ist es dann hierarchisch oder nicht hierarchisch? Weil habe ich dann einen Hauptpartner und mehrere wenige bedeutsame Partner und wissen die das? Und wie gehe ich damit um? Oder habe ich mehrere Partnerschaften, die gleichwertig sind? Oder gehe ich in einen Stil, der sich Relationship Anarchy nennt? Also, dass man quasi sagt, ich habe verschiedene Partnerschaften, die ich bewusst nicht unbedingt label, die auch in ihrer Hierarchie und Wertigkeit variieren und schwanken und sich verändern. Und ich versuche das irgendwie zu kommunizieren. Oder gehe ich in das Ding, dass ich sage, ich bin monogam und gebe meinem Partner mal einen Freibrief. Oder ich gehe eben in so Swinger-Geschichten. Das ist super komplex, wenn du eigentlich mal genauer hinschaust. Und ich habe halt für mich einfach irgendwann mir die Frage gestellt, was davon möchte ich erforschen, was davon merke ich jetzt schon, ist eigentlich nicht so meine Welt. Und ja, ein Element, was ich da eben seit längerer Zeit schon erforschen wollte, war mal diese Swinger-Welt, weil irgendwie, das kennt man. So, man hat da immer so ein bisschen Skepsis im Mainstream gegenüber. Das sind alles komische Leute. Aber ich habe halt festgestellt in meinem ganzen Leben schon, wo der Mainstream sagt, das ist komisch, da sollte man Abstand von halten, das ist meistens genau das, wo ich mich hingezogen gefühlt habe. Weil irgendwie sich im Internet selbstständig machen, sind schon zwei Kategorien. Selbstständig machen sind komische Leute, im Internet was machen sind sowieso komische Leute, laut dem Mainstream. Wusste ich, okay, will ich ausprobieren, war die beste Entscheidung meines Lebens und hat mich dahin gebracht, wo ich heute bin. Also deswegen, wenn die Gesellschaft sagt, okay, Swinger-Clubs sind irgendwie ein bisschen fragwürdig oder sind zumindest komische Leute drin, dann denke ich mir, ich mag komische Leute. Lass uns genau das Ganze mal anschauen. Und ja, ich würde sagen, lass uns direkt rüber switchen zum Hauptteil dieses Videos hier, nämlich zu der Dame, die mich begleitet hat nach Kap Dak. Und das wäre Stephanie. Okay, first of all, who are you?
Well, I'm Stephanie. I'm from Buenos Aires. I'm 30 years old. And now we are in Paris having fun.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did we meet?
Well, we meet when you was living for a while in Buenos Aires. We start dating. We find out we have a really good connection. And we just decide to keep in touch and start traveling. And well,
where have we been so far? We've been to first we started in Buenos Aires and then we went to Medellin. Colombia was the first.
Colombia was the first.
Where else have we been?
Well, we've been in Barcelona, in Rio de Janeiro and in Cartagena.
And
Captage, more important, yeah.
And this is the part where it's getting interesting now.
And now in Paris. So, yeah.
Nice.
Many destinations.
So I think it's important to understand why we ended up with Captage. Or Captage. I also still don't know how to pronounce it properly. So when we were in Barcelona, I think this was the first time we tried something different, because to all the places where we've been, we always had this thing. We were pretty open. You can talk a little bit about it. Like, how were our trips before we went to Barcelona and before Captage?
Okay, we start having threesomes in Buenos Aires. The first or the second week we met, we discovered that both was very open-minded and very open with this kind of dynamics. So we started trying and we like. So in Buenos Aires was the first time, in Colombia. In Barcelona was the first time that we said, okay, let's try something new. So
something spicy.
Yeah, something spicy, yeah, to have fun. So we tried this swinger club. I don't remember the name, sorry, but
Training Pedralbes. It was a gym.
Like a gym, Training Pedralbes. So yeah, we go there and yeah, it was cool. And that's why we heard there from a couple we met in the place about Captage.
It was a throuple actually. It was 2 girls and 1 guy.
Yeah, well, yeah. So yeah.
I think, I'm not 100% sure anymore, but I think they even met in Captage.
Oh.
As far as I remember. So we were in the swinger club, and I think we were talking to one of the girls, and then it turned out it's the 3 of them, and they, as you said, they told us first about it. And then one of our sales guys, Apo, who works for Freedom Writer Academy, he also told me about this crazy place at the south of France where you can, actually walk around naked all day long, and there are a lot of swinger clubs, and it's kind of I think it's the #1 place in the world for sex positivity, nudism, swingers, all this kind of stuff. And I think we both knew instantly, okay.
We need to do that, yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about the experience. So we met in Lyon and made a little road trip down there. And when we arrived, how was it for you? How was
my first impression?
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, I remember this place is really crazy, in a good way. Everyone was naked, and the first thing I remember, my first image, is some guy in his bike, riding bike, naked, and I was like, what?
It was the old guy, right? It was the grandpa.
Yeah, it was a grandpa. Yeah, it was a grandpa. So I was scared. Okay, if this is what I'm gonna see, I don't want that. But no, finally, it was a lot of sexy people, beautiful people, actually.
True.
There's not. So that for me was a kind of clarifying about it's not true, this stereotype of everyone who is swinger or who like this kind of places is old or it's not attractive. So of course there was a lot of old people, but also was a lot of attractive and young people, so a lot of beautiful people. I remember, actually, it was a really cool place.
And I think what is remarkable is that also the people that were not young, even in this group, there were a lot of people who was like, wow, they're really attractive.
Amazing,
in their late 40s, so I was like, okay, wow. This was the first impression. How did the week continue? How was it in the end? We had a good start then. How was it?
Well, we had a really good start there. I think the first day, I'm not sure, but I think we go out at night party.
I think we were going out almost every night except for one where we just gave up.
So my first impression that night was a lot of sexy people and an incredible place I really like. So
That was cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I felt the same, but to be honest, when I was in there, for me, it created almost a little bit of pressure. Because I was there with you, and obviously you were very attractive, and I'm having this limited time there with you, and I was always thinking, okay, I would really enjoy spending time with you, but we are here, we came all the way to this place, so we have to meet other people. And I was often, it almost felt like I needed to motivate myself to interact with others. And I mean, there's one problem. I will talk about that now because I like this concept so much. There is a psychologist on YouTube, Orion Taraban. He has this quote. He says, "Most women don't like most men." And this, you see that so much in this world.
Yeah.
Because we so many times we had this situation, we see a really attractive woman, and there was this one that you remember, the one where the husband was hiding.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the girl from Iran.
Yeah, from Iran. Yeah, it was like there was this really beautiful woman sitting and
alone, but she was like, we was watching her like for 20 minutes. Okay, and she was alone, totally alone. Like we said, okay, it's our chance. So now we approach and start talking. So yeah.
No, but what happened?
Yeah, what happened? So when Philipp approached to this girl, she was really open to talk. She was really nice actually. But suddenly some fat guy and not attractive. I'm not judging, but was not attractive. Suddenly he appeared from nowhere. So he was
like in a Pokemon game.
Yeah. For me, it was a kind of mouse trap. Like the girl was the cheese, and we was rats. We was rats, like
Rata.
Rata. Yeah. So that wasn't cool because we say, okay, she's really sexy, but I feel like I didn't want to sacrifice myself to have this interaction.
You have to take one for the team.
And it happened so often. I thought that we did, but I think it's the way some people take this, like, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice because I don't like the guy, but my husband wants to be with this attractive girl, and so it was a kind of dynamic sometimes that,
And I think that is what makes it so difficult, because when we go back to the sentence, most women don't like most men, that's already a problem. Because most men like most women, and so this is already the bottleneck, because I think if it would be equal, then we would all just have fun and it would be super easy. But women are way more selective. So it is not so easy for a man to get a woman. But in this scenario, necessary that two men get two women. And they both need to be equally attracted to each other. This is a very, very difficult thing. If you say, okay, I want to keep a high standard, or you lower it and you have to compromise. And I think this is the essence of it, because for me personally, I realized it was a wonderful experience, and I'm so happy that we did it. But actually, instead of going to a club and look for some couple and then switching partners, I rather either have threesomes with other girls, because this is definitely something where we both know we enjoy it. Or the alternative is, and this is what I realized the last day, what we unfortunately haven't tried out, that we meet some couples before the club. Like you meet them at the beach and you can really get to know each other, because what I realized from the couples we met and we interacted with, it was always kind of it was very, very physical. It was not like
there was no connection.
And it felt almost like when I was a teenager, it was very important for me to get experience with girls. So I make some some lines on my list, like, okay, one more.
Okay.
And it felt to me like this in the swingers club, that some couples have this approach as well. It's like, okay, how many can we get tonight? And this was not nice. So I really missed the connection. And I don't want to say that this doesn't exist in swinger clubs. I just want to say that for us, in our dynamic, we struggle to create this with other couples in a short amount of time.
Yeah. But another problem I find out it's a lot of couples go there, but they want a lonely girl. Okay, it's just one girl. They are not swing. They don't want to switch. So, for example, this couple we was talking, I don't remember exactly, but the girl was
the Asian girl.
Yeah. So they are okay. We want another girl, but don't want to switch.
Yeah.
So yeah, another thing that there's a lot of people that go, but of course there's people that go alone, but not so much people. It's not like
definitely, and especially not so many
girls.
Young, attractive single women. This is difficult. And I think that's why for us it wasn't the ideal dynamic. Me personally, and I would like to know your opinion about it as well. Me personally, I believe that this kind of scenario, like going to a swingers club or even going to a universe that is like a protected area where you can walk around naked and just explore this and meet other people. I think it is really ideal for couples that are married for a few years already. They have a really amazing committed relationship. Maybe they have their first children, and at one point, like, as sad as it sounds, but at one point you know each other. Like you have had so many interactions with each other that you're just desiring something new. And I believe when you come to this point where it's like, I get all my emotional needs, they're all getting met in my monogamous committed relationship at home, and I have my family and everything is safe. So you go to this place where you stay for a few hours or a few days and there are different rules suddenly.
Yeah.
And then it's just physical because it's okay. You don't want a connection. You just want something physical. Yeah. And I think for those people, for those dynamics, it's absolutely perfect. This is my belief. What do you think?
Well, I think more or less the same. I think it's for people that maybe it doesn't sound really good, but it's for the swinger thing. Well, it depends, because I heard about, for example, from my friend, I heard he had this kind of, I don't know, like, it's not a fantasy, because they take this, they do it. So for him to know that his wife is with guys is something that spicy for him. So in that case, maybe, but even for them, it's the same problem. When they find some couple where the woman is sexy, then his wife don't like the other guy. So it's a serious problem. It happens so often in the swinger world, is what I hear. So my opinion is for people that really have this I don't know the word, but the fantasy to see their partner having sex and everything, or for people that is married for a long time and they say, okay, I want something new. And as you say, they have this emotional part. Like, they don't need the emotional part, the connection. They just want the physical thing. So
100%.
So for me, swingering is not the best. It's not an option that I prefer. For me, the real good option is open relation. Maybe threesome, of course, but not like switching is more difficult, it's really stressing, and at the end it feels like a kind of work. It's not relaxing, it's the opposite. It's like, okay, we need to find some couple that both are attractive and or the guy is more or less bleh.
Yeah.
So it's difficult, and after you have to convince this couple, because sometimes a couple that the woman don't want, is difficult. So it gets all the situation more stressing than relaxing.
100%.
But
yeah.
this is my perspective. This is the way I felt.
Sure. I started this video that I'm going to tell about the only form of a functional, perfect relationship. And what I found out is really the only form of a relationship that works. And even though we are not having a relationship in a classical sense, I think the rules that apply for our dynamic are the same rules that apply also in a long-term monogamous committed relationship, or however you want to define it, because that's what I realized for myself. Like, we're meeting now for 1.5 years, something like this.
Yeah, a little more even. Yeah.
And it's like a super non-committed relationship, I would say. It's like we have trust, we have we have a friendship, we have a deep understanding of each other, but we don't have a lot of expectations. And of course, if you struggle, I help you. If I struggle, you help me. But it's like not these classical expectations. And so while on one hand I have this with you now, and with other girls that I'm meeting, on the other hand, I'm having my past. I had like more than 4 years monogamous relationship, and I realized that in both scenarios, and in all those scenarios, there was just one thing that was really important to make it functional. And you were talking about it in the car. You said that the one thing that is absolutely necessary for every relationship to work, and that is so fundamental in our dynamic, is honesty and trust and transparency. And I think this is like this was the teaser of the video. It doesn't matter how you define your relationship. If you put the label of I'm monogamous, or if you put the label of like we're swingers, you should be transparent, you should be honest, and you should feel safe. You should feel safe to express everything that is going on inside of you. I think this is so incredibly important, because as soon as you know you are safe to express every wish, as soon as you're safe to express every fear, every doubt, every anger that you have, you don't need the labels anymore. Because if I say that, hey, I'm deeply in love with you now and I want children, I know if this would be the case, I can tell you this. And if I'm telling you, hey, I would really like to not see you for a year now because I want to go with somebody else, I can tell you this. And maybe you're sad or upset, but I know that you're not voluntarily hurting me to punish me because of your insecurities. And I guess this is basically what I want to address in this video. The number one thing that is really crucial for everything that we do, for everything that is necessary in this swinger world to be functional, is be honest to your partner or to your partners and tell them what is going on inside of you. Tell them what you really want. And don't be scared of rejection, because if you are in a relationship and you are scared that your partner rejects you, you have the wrong partner. Like, you shouldn't be with this person.
Relationship,
And I mean, there are so many examples of people who get married and then they be like, hey, but I would like to have this, and if my wife finds out, she will leave me. And I mean, this is why I started this project with like Freedom Writer and everything, because my big philosophy in life is don't make these false compromises. If you hate your job, quit. If you are unhappy in your relationship, talk about it, find a way, and if it doesn't work, leave. And if you want to make more money, then look for another job or start your own business or whatever. And I believe that it's so important for all of us that we constantly ask ourselves the question, what do we really want in life? In my business, in my relationships, for my body, for my health, how would I like to live? And just be very unapologetic and honest about that. Yeah?
Yeah.
I think we talked a lot about our last week and about our philosophy. So, wenn dir das Video gefallen hat, dann schreib's mir bitte in die Kommentare. Es würde mich sehr interessieren, weil es ein komplett neues Format für mich war und auch eine komplett neue Seite mal von mir ins Internet gestellt hat, die ich so bisher eigentlich nie öffentlich gezeigt habe. Also mich würde sehr interessieren, ob dir das Video gefallen hat. Wenn ja, schreib mir gerne deine Gedanken dazu in die Kommentare. Wenn du mehr dazu erfahren möchtest, wenn du mehr von solchen Videos willst, dann wie immer Klassiker abonnieren einfach. Und wenn du auch nochmal ein zweites Video mit Stephanie möchtest, dann das gerne auch in die Kommentare schreiben. Und ja, in diesem Sinn, ich freue mich auf deine Resonanz und vielleicht bis bald im nächsten Video.